Dumelang Bakhaishural Amehela yet to another episode of EKSE Live right here on DSTV channel 263. It's hashtag Talk Thursday and you already know what that means. It means we're going to be dissecting and discussing much needed conversations within our communities and of course conversations that affect us as young people and as a society. Our focus area today is a topic that's very close to my heart. It's body positivity and of course it's self-esteem. We want to find out from you guys, how do you interpret self-esteem? What does it mean to be, proud of your body and proud of who you are? And just before we get the conversation started, I do want to say, EKSE Live, we love you exactly the way that you are, and we think you guys ni perfect. And of course, we are joined by very beautiful guests. We are joined by very beautiful ladies today who are going to be helping us unpack this topic of body positivity and of course self-esteem. It is of course Michaela and Umalin that are going to be sitting down with Ulwandile and Ukiz. And of course, later on the show, we are joined by my favorite musician and of course a producer, Ubase, who's going to be telling us more about music, his music journey and of course Umculo Awukhiphayo. Let's get the conversation started with Ulwandile and Ukiz.
Oh man, ladies and gents, you've tuned into one of the best youth shows in the motherland. I say this all the time because I truly believe it. Of course, the princess I'm presenting is in the building. Who am I without my girl, Keisha?
Hey, and
she's back with the Hara today. I love to see it.
Which means we are going to groove
yeah.
in the weekend.
Hey. So you bring out the hair for the groove. I see what she's about. Ladies and gents, as Mitlali said, today is all about body positivity. With an estimated 3.6 billion users worldwide, social media is a large part of today's culture. But consistently scrolling through the timeline, you get to find things that you don't like about yourself, or you're comparing yourself to like a million different people at the same time. So today we do feel rather than need to talk about body positivity and finding that beautiful voice that comes within and knowing that you are good just the way that you are. Joining us in the studio today is Marlene, who is an occupational therapist at EKSE, Montrose Manar, as well as Michaela from the Good Hope FM. She is a presenter. Ladies, welcome to the show and thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Walk around in the studio today. Absolutely love it.
Especially as the year is like,
body positivity. It's just all over. But I'm going to dive straight into it. There are so many people in society out there today that confuse body positivity and self-esteem. What they use it synonymously, and I want to know from you ladies, what is the difference?
Well, actually, there's a big difference, but they work together, and that's why it's confusing. Your body image is your view of your body, how you perceive your body. Your self-esteem is bigger. That is how you view yourself and your worth.
Yeah.
So if I'm just going like, oh, I like my body or dislike my body, body image.
Right.
If I go, how do I feel about the worth that I have of myself? That's self-esteem.
And then what are the factors that determine your self-esteem as well as your self-worth as a person? Because we talked about it on social media. We go through so many different scrolls, and sometimes you might feel like, okay, I feel like I'm not as good enough because I'm not like this or I don't have that. So what are the factors that determine it for a woman? Anyone can take it.
Okay, can you take it?
I think you spoke about comparison already. Comparison is a big thing. Social media, although social media gets a lot of flack, but it's often you are not okay within yourself even before you start to scroll.
That's
and
true.
I think then the scrolling just adds. We speak about how you're. I think the easy answer is actually relationships. How was your relationship with your parents? How was your relationship with your teachers? Did you feel like you could perform or not? When I'm 11, 12, 13 and I'm starting to discover my body, what happened to me in that time of my life? All of that influences how I then feel about.
Yeah, can I also say it's maybe what sometimes friends maybe make fun of you, but they see it as a joke, but then you actually take it in and you're like, oh my goodness. This is how I look, this is how I want to change because they got the curves, the booty, the everything. So definitely friends, family that, has this commentary about your outer look.
That's so true. And I think especially with social media today, there's so much people that are commenting. And especially if you are someone that looking at influencers on social media today, it plays a big role in body positivity as well as self-esteem. And there has been a big talk about body positivity, that the movement that has been taking place, which has really like shifted things in society. Let's speak about that.
You know that it's interesting that it was a political movement originally. Yeah. It was a movement meant to fight against taxes or fight against the diet culture, and it's become quite secular these days. And still, the idea behind body positivity is to be accepting of all bodies, of all hair types, of all shapes, of all sizes. And we still have this big thing of fighting diet culture and fighting that a particular look is beautiful. Yeah. That's really what body positivity is about at baseline. But then we add the bit of like, let's celebrate our bodies. Let's celebrate what our bodies can do for us. And that's really where I see the movement moving into. It's more like a celebration.
And I think the person that stands out for me the most that celebrates her body is Lizzo.
Oh my word!
Artist. You know, people has a lot to say about her showing everything on. And I'm like, that is how we should be embracing our bodies, because I'm even too scared these days just to post at a certain angle. I'm like, no, too much fat showing. And I mean, she shows us all that.
Yeah, she's a great example.
I have a question. I mean, I love that women are embracing it, but some of us are still shy. Some women are like, I don't know. Like, I see what other women are doing, and that's great for them, but I'm still shy to put myself out there or to even just claim my own power. So how does it feel? What do you guys have a message for young women who still, or young men who still don't have like a self-esteem, who have a grasp of what it is to be proud of their bodies?
I think it is about what it is for you. You don't have to put yourself on social media or post a selfie at a certain angle. If body positivity for you is, I want to wear a skirt today, wear a skirt. If body positivity is like, I want to jump through a hoop or wear a lute, like, do that. If you want to wear your hair in a certain way, if you want to wear, I laugh at my husband, he always has an issue about red lipstick. I'm like, whatever. I want to wear red lipstick. So I think that's body positivity, is doing what feels good to you.
Yeah, and what about you, Mika? I would say stop listening to what people saying. Like she said, I'll add on, if you like it, wear it, do it. Because people will say things and you'll be like, oh, let me not wear this. And then you end up not maybe wearing certain clothing in your cupboard. It sits there forever. So basically just do what you like.
Do what you like.
So powerful. And I know we can go on and on and on.
And on and on and on.
But there is a second part coming.
Yes, there is a second part coming a little later on in the show.
Nathi apha ku EKSE Live, and of course it is hashtag Talk Thursday. Namhlanje we're discussing everything that has to do with body positivity rather, and of course is self-esteem. We want to know from you guys your social media question here namhlanje, because this show is absolutely nothing without your voice. So I want to find out from you guys, go see, what do you love about your body? It could be your arms, it could be your legs, your face, your mouth, your lashes, absolutely anything. Let us know what part of your body, what if let us know what you love about your body. But let the conversation continue with the keys, our London, and of course our beautiful guest.
Yes, you're still tuned in to Channel 263, and we are discussing self-esteem as well as body positivity. Before the ad break, we had such an amazing conversation with Michaela and Marlene. And Michaela, I want to ask you, body positivity, right? How does, the negative impacts of body positivity, how does that affect your self-esteem? Or one's self-esteem in general?
The first thing is having to love your body, you know. And then also I found that when we doing this, because we live in a new era where we ordering clothes online instead of going to the mall, so comparing how that image looked to how the outfit will actually look on you, and you're like, damn, like that is not how it's looking on me once you get the outfit. And that immediately puts you down. You're like, oh, I'm overweight. This is hanging on this side. This is hanging on that side. And it just puts you down completely, where you end up not dressing up anymore. You start staying at home more. You just don't feel like looking beautiful anymore.
Right, you don't feel like looking beautiful anymore. And I feel like right now I wanna tackle something that I think is very important. Understanding, I mean, there is a beautiful movement that's going on, that's body positivity. We love that, we love to see it. But also there's a toxic side to it that comes with pressures that I don't think people can keep up with. For example, like, I must look good or feel good every day. That's not realistic. Let's talk more about that.
No, a normal body image will have ups and downs. We'll have good days and bad days. I'll have a good hair day and a bad hair day. But I think one of the viewers spoke about body neutrality. To be like, that's okay. I'm going through this phase or I'm going through that phase. I think one of the other big negativities about body positivity is that you don't realize that you still need to be healthy. I cannot be excessively underweight or excessively overweight and just go like, I'm cool with my body.
Yeah.
I still need to be healthy. And one of the biggest issues, specifically for our younger population, is that if I'm too body positive, I am over focused on my body. Your body is just one part of who you are. You should be everything. And your body is just like this beautiful vessel and vehicle of creativity. I need to be everything, not just my body. And that's also sometimes a bit of a dangerous area.
That's so true, because our body does so much for us on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And I want to touch on something, body positivity, then we get the dysmorphia and we get the eating disorder.
Yeah.
That affects one in tremendous ways, right? So how does that impact your self-esteem? How does that affect you? And what is the difference between the two?
It affects us immensely, and I think that eating disorders and body dysmorphia is not something that people speak about because it's very stigmatized in the mental health community. Body dysmorphia specifically is the obsession of one part of your body or an obsessive disevaluation of your body, so you are not seeing your body as it is. And eating disorder is then how you relate that into how you engage with food or exercise. It's this obsessive fear of weight gain or feeling out of control. Very simplified. But if you have a body dysmorphic problem, then it's probably going to affect how you eat and how you exercise, and that can then develop in an eating disorder. So we see clients, most of our clients have both. Because the one leads to the other.
So they're like interlinked.
Exactly.
And I mean, for example, let's say I am one person who's suffering with that. Is there something I can maybe help myself with, or I need to go check into therapy and I need like help from other people? Because sometimes it'll be like, okay, I figure out that I have a problem, but I feel like I can deal with this by myself and I can sort of like fix this pattern by myself, or do I have to see a professional?
I would almost say the earlier you get help, the better. And some people leave it for so late, and then the behaviors become so ingrained in your I mean, if you start to mess with your food or you start to over-exercise, we can still help you. And it's not that ingrained. It doesn't say that's true for everyone. Some people will just maybe follow a Lizzo or change how they engage. But if you are needing help and you are really struggling to do this on your own, then there is help available. So why not take it?
So if someone needs help that has an eating disorder, body dysmorphia, anything like that, where can they get assistance at EKSE, at your organization?
I think EKSE has a website, ekse.co.za if I'm not mistaken, and they can contact us, or they can contact our clinic specifically in Montrose Manor. More than welcome to contact us, and we will set them up with either an outpatient team or help them to be admitted, depending on how severe the issues. It's just there's help available, and we understand this, and we can get you through this. You don't have to suffer.
And you don't have to suffer alone, for real. And maybe there's someone who's just like struggling with their self-esteem right now. What do you think is the first step, or what message would you give to them to help, or rather to give them a step to be like, okay, that's what you can do to feel better about yourself, etc.
I would say first, like I said before, if you feel like wearing something, wear it. First of all, don't compare yourself to social media. That is going to affect you in the biggest way. It's a lie, because there's a lot of editing that goes into that. And also, don't expect the online, when you're buying online, please don't expect the outfit to look exactly the same on your body as it does, because we all have different shapes. Even if it's maybe similar, it's not maybe going to sit in that way. But ultimately, love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself.
Yes.
And let your body be the thing that helps you to live. Let your body help you to engage with your friends, or go and surf, or go and skateboard, or do whatever you want to do. Let your body just be something that supports you in life.
That is so important. I think loving yourself is the most important thing you can do for yourself as well as for others as well.
And I also just think, like, if you have maybe like a problem with, for example, what I've seen is like if I actually try to work on my health, I feel better just by working out. I mean, the gym is positive for like giving rather good endorphins. So if you go to the gym and maybe you don't like the gym, you find other ways to work out. Like, find ways to just connect to yourself. I know the gym helps me sometimes. I don't know what can help you,